Why is it that the more you give, the less useful they become? You give an employee a raise, and they are excited for 3 days. But for the rest of the time, they are just slacking off. Buy a child a toy, and they only try hard for 2 days. Once they get it, they become more rebellious than anyone else. Even in relationships, the better you treat them, the more they take it for granted. We believe heavily in rewards. Brave men appear under heavy rewards. But reality shows, the more rewards, the faster the drive dies. Psychology offers a cruel explanation called cognitive evaluation theory. When you use external rewards to induce someone, you imply the task is boring, so I must pay you to compensate. You downgrade a self-driven challenger into a money-hungry mercenary. Once the reward stops, their motivation shuts down like a machine. Nobel winner Kahneman studied this for 40 years to find a formula. Google uses it for engineers. Top sales teams use it for clients. Master these 3 variables, and you won't need to spend a dime extra. You can turn people from passive movers into proactive rockets. Counterintuitively, your motivation might be hurting their self-esteem. Let's look at a famous sociological experiment. Children were making noise in front of an old man's house. Instead of chasing them, he gave each child $10 for the noise. The kids were thrilled. The next day, they made even more noise. But on day 3, he said he was broke and could only give $1. The kids were angry. The effort didn't match the reward anymore, so they never came back to play. The silence returned. The old man was clever. He used external rewards to swap their motives. They went from playing for fun to playing for money. This logic plays out in your workplace and home every single day. We assume humans are linear. More money equals more efficiency. But psychology warns us of the diminishing marginal utility. First bonus makes the heart race. The 10th bonus of the same amount feels like a standard paycheck. If you don't give it, they might even curse you. Worse, external incentives destroy the flow state. If you pay a coder by the line, they will stop creating art. They will write garbage code just to hit the numbers. Attention shifts from the joy of creation to the greed for numbers. Essentially, this is the objectification of personality. To get real initiative, we must break the transaction trap. Initiative depends on what the reward means to them, not the amount. If you just feed rewards, you get obedient pets. You will never get a comrade to fight alongside you. Many get stuck here. Can't pay, but paying doesn't work. Master motivators operate on an invisible underlying logic. Variable 1, expectancy, the confidence gap. Expectancy asks, what is the probability I can actually do this? Promise a Rolls-Royce for impossible sales, they won't work harder. They will sleep instead. To them, the probability is 0. The brain's dopamine system predicts failure and cuts power. Don't paint big dreams, build small stairs. Break the grand wish into tiny reachable feedback loops. Think of the Apollo moon mission, an impossible task. They broke it down until a welder knew, this weld moves us 1 meters closer. That sense of control is the most potent, cheap stimulant. If they stop moving, don't blame laziness. Check the goal size. Your job, raise their perceived success rate from 10% to 50%. Human energy explodes when the target is just within reach. When they know they can win, the energy scares even them. But wait, variable 2, instrumentality. It means word as bond, the strength of the link between act and result. Teams die when people feel, working hard or hardly working, it's the same. This broken link is the #1 killer of initiative. Imagine you work hard, but the boss takes the credit. Or your reward for good work is just more work. Subconscious logic becomes effort equals exploitation. Solution: build a transparent, visible feedback system. Like a game, hit a monster, see the XP points instantly. Replace the vague year-end bonus with instant feedback at key steps. It doesn't have to be money. It can be credit, praise, or authority. They must believe their effort will inevitably trigger a result. This contract-like trust makes them willing to bet their energy on you. Now the final variable 3, valence, the soul's itch. Valence is, How much does this reward actually mean to them? Failure happens when you give what you want, not what they want. You give overtime pay, but he just wants to sleep late tomorrow. You give a luxury bag, but she just wants a quiet dinner without phones. Mismatched rewards can actually offend people. Top leaders create need portraits. Deep desires change with time. Youth may crave growth and visibility. Middle age prioritizes security and family balance. The wealthy seek dignity and social honor. Ask yourself, what do they lack? Freedom? Control? Presence? Link their life goals to your work. This is value symbiosis. Steve Jobs didn't sell money. He asked, do you want to sell sugar water or change the world? He elevated the Valence to a historical dimension. When work fulfills their ideal self, they need no supervision. This internal explosion is the most powerful force on Earth. Back to the formula, motivation, expectancy, X instrument. If any one of these is zero, the total is zero. It's not about manipulation. It's a tribute to humanity. Humans are not cattle to be whipped or robots to be bought. We are beams of light searching for meaning. True motivation is an equal resonance. It is one awakened soul waking up the dignity in another, when they believe they can change things and every effort echoes, and that they are walking towards a better self. You don't need tricks. They hold the fire of life now. They will warm themselves. You gain a proactive partner. You reshape your role as a leader, partner, or parent. Leadership isn't making them serve you. It's helping them see their inner hero. It may be slow, but the feedback will come. Rose given, fragrance. That's all for today. See you next time.